The Cleveland Cavaliers could be on the verge of some significant changes this upcoming offseason, and the latest insights suggest that their roster might look quite different than what fans expect. According to recent reports, the only two truly untouchable players on the team are Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. This means that guys like Jared Allen and Darius Garland could potentially be available for trades as the Cavs look to navigate the financial challenges posed by the new collective bargaining agreement. The salary cap landscape has shifted in a way that many teams, including Cleveland, are forced to make tough calls about their rosters. They need to decide who to keep and who to potentially move on from in order to maintain flexibility and competitiveness going forward. It's a tricky situation because Mobley and Mitchell represent the core foundation that the team is building around. Mobley has emerged as a dominant two-way presence in the paint, blending athleticism with a unique skill set that makes him a matchup nightmare, while Donovan Mitchell remains a high-level scorer and leader who can take over games when needed. So naturally, those two are off the table. But then the conversation turns to Allen and Garland, both of whom have had promising stretches and continue to develop into strong contributors. The question is whether the Cavaliers are willing to entertain offers for these players given their cap situation and future outlook. What complicates matters even more is the fact that the Eastern Conference might be entering a period of transition. The Boston Celtics, for example, are facing a challenging season ahead with Jason Tatum expected to miss almost all of next year. This weakens one of the traditional powerhouses in the conference and could open the door for other teams to assert themselves more aggressively. Cleveland might be evaluating if they want to tear down parts of their roster to reset and reload, or if they want to stay competitive right now by holding on to as many key pieces as possible. The idea that they could trade one or both of Allen and Garland to create cap space but still compete with Mobley and Mitchell leading the charge is an intriguing possibility. From insider information connected to the Cavaliers, there's a sense that the front office is more open than ever to discussing trades involving Allen and Garland. It doesn't necessarily mean they will trade either of them for sure, but the willingness to consider offers appears to have increased. This openness likely stems from the pressure of potentially being over the second salary cap apron next season, which can restrict flexibility and result in luxury tax penalties. Finding ways to shed salary while maintaining a competitive roster is always a delicate balance, and the Cavaliers seem to be exploring every avenue. This is where the Los Angeles Lakers come into the picture, especially regarding Jared Allen. The Lakers have been on the lookout for a solid center who can anchor their defense, protect the rim, and fit alongside their star players. Allen fits that description perfectly. He's a versatile big man who can guard multiple positions, provide rim protection, and be an effective lob threat on offense. The Lakers have reportedly expressed interest in Allen before, reaching out to the Cavaliers multiple times to explore trade possibilities. While nothing materialized in the past, the changing dynamics of this offseason could bring those conversations back to the forefront. Jared Allen is entering a critical phase of his career. He recently signed a contract extension that will pay him about $20 million next season, which makes him an attractive trade candidate because that figure is still manageable within many team salary structures. However, the following years of his contract escalate significantly, with salaries jumping to the high 20s and low 30s in millions. That long-term commitment could be a sticking point for some franchises, but for the Lakers, who have several expiring contracts on their books, there might be a pathway to make it work financially. Using those expiring contracts as trade chips could help them absorb Allen's salary without hampering their ability to build a competitive roster around him and Luka Doncic. When analyzing Allen's value as a player, it's clear that he brings a lot to the table beyond just his defensive presence. He is a reliable double-double contributor, averaging nearly 10 rebounds per game, and his shooting efficiency is remarkable for a center. He converts over 70% of his field goal attempts, which highlights his ability to finish plays around the basket with consistency. His free throw shooting has been solid as well, hovering around 72%, a number that gives coaches confidence to keep him on the floor in crucial moments without worrying about giving opponents easy points from intentional fouls. Allen's physical profile is another reason why he is so appealing. Although he isn't a true 7-footer, standing 6 feet 9 inches tall, his wingspan and strength allow him to compete effectively against taller opponents. Weighing around 245 to 250 pounds, he has the size and athleticism necessary to hold his own in the paint, battle for rebounds, and contest shots with authority. The fact that he played all 82 games last season, starting each one, speaks volumes about his durability and consistency, which are invaluable traits in a league where injuries can derail a team's season. From a defensive standpoint, Allen is capable of guarding pick-and-roll actions, switching on his smaller players when needed, and anchoring the rim protection unit. This versatility aligns perfectly with the modern NBA's emphasis on switching defenses and adaptability. For the Lakers, who are seeking a defensive cornerstone to complement the offensive talents of Doncic and their supporting cast, Allen could be exactly the player to fill that void. Looking at the statistical breakdown, Allen's per 36-minute numbers are even more impressive, projecting him as a player capable of putting up over 17 points, 12 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and about 1.5 blocks and steals per game if given starter-level minutes consistently. These figures underscore his ability to contribute across multiple facets of the game, not just scoring or rebounding. His passing and defensive awareness make him a valuable piece in team schemes that rely on ball movement and defensive rotations. The potential fit between Allen and the Lakers extends beyond just basketball skills. His age is another important factor. He just turned 27 years old recently, which means he is entering his prime years and could provide a stable foundation alongside Luka for the foreseeable future. Building around a young and athletic center who can defend, rebound, and finish efficiently gives the Lakers a chance to maintain competitiveness in a Western Conference that is always stacked with talented teams. On the other hand, Darius Garland's trade feasibility is a more delicate subject. While Garland is a talented guard with a promising future, his fit with the Lakers seems less ideal. The Lakers would probably want to hold on to Garland, or at least avoid giving up too much to acquire him, given their current roster construction and priorities. Garland is more of a ball-dominant guard, and the Lakers are looking to create space and defensive versatility alongside Luka Doncic, making Jarrett Allen a more natural fit to pair with the team's stars. In terms of roster construction, if the Lakers manage to bring in Allen, keep Austin Reeves, and maintain core players like Gabe Vincent and Max Christie, they could enter the next few seasons with a competitive mix of youth and experience. That blend is crucial in the NBA, where teams need depth and flexibility to survive injuries, slumps, and unexpected challenges throughout a long season. Ultimately, if the Lakers find a way to acquire Jarrett Allen, they would gain a defensive anchor who also contributes efficiently on offense, a rare commodity in today's game. He's a player who fits well within the team's strategic vision and has the upside to grow alongside the stars, providing stability in a key position. That's why this potential trade scenario has generated so much buzz among fans and analysts alike. The next question revolves around whether the Cavs will truly move on from Allen to address their cap issues, or if they decide to keep their young core intact and find other ways to improve. Similarly, the Lakers have to weigh the cost and benefits of committing to Allen's contract long-term versus pursuing other roster options. Both franchises are at interesting crossroads, and this offseason promises to be one filled with high-stakes decisions that could reshape their futures. Looking deeper into the potential impact of this move for the Lakers, it's clear that adding Jarrett Allen would address one of their most glaring needs, a true defensive presence in the paint. Over the last few seasons, the Lakers have struggled to find a center who can consistently protect the rim, switch effectively on pick and rolls, and also contribute as a lob threat on offense. Many of their previous attempts either fell short defensively or didn't provide the kind of durability that a full season demands. Jarrett Allen's ability to stay healthy and contribute every night is a huge upgrade from what they've had recently. His athleticism and length allow him to contest shots at an elite level, while his rebounding ability helps limit second-chance opportunities for opponents. On the offensive side, the Lakers have been searching for efficient scoring options around their stars. Allen's field goal percentage is exceptional because he primarily scores high-percentage shots close to the rim. While he's not a perimeter threat, his finishing skills are top-notch, especially when set up by playmakers like Luka Doncic, who can find him in transition or on alley-oop opportunities. This kind of inside scoring presence would give the Lakers more offensive balance and make their attack less predictable. Having a reliable big man who can finish lobs and clean up offensive rebounds creates easy points, which is invaluable in tight games. One of the bigger questions surrounding this potential trade is how the Lakers would handle the financial aspects. Jarrett Allen's contract escalates sharply after next season, which means the Lakers would need to be confident about their long-term plans if they decide to keep him beyond the immediate future. That said, the team's current salary situation, with several expiring deals, gives them some flexibility. They could use those expiring contracts in a trade package that helps the Cavaliers shed salary, making Allen a more feasible acquisition. This financial maneuvering is a common strategy for teams trying to stay competitive while managing the salary cap and avoiding heavy luxury tax penalties. The Lakers, with their recent history of aggressive moves, might be willing to make that commitment if they see Allen as a cornerstone piece. From the Cavaliers' perspective, moving Jarrett Allen could signal a shift in their team-building philosophy. By prioritizing Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell, the Cavs are essentially betting on those two to be the foundation of their franchise. If they do trade Allen, it might be to gain more flexibility or to acquire additional draft assets to build around their core. It also raises questions about Darius Garland's role going forward. While Garland has shown flashes of brilliance as a dynamic guard, his fit alongside Luka Doncic in a potential trade scenario is less clear, and the Lakers might be hesitant to give up assets for a player who doesn't fit their defensive or spacing priorities as well as Allen does. This offseason could redefine both franchises. The Cavaliers may find themselves leaning into a youth movement centered around Mobley and Mitchell, possibly embracing a rebuild or retool that gives them more room to add talent through the draft or free agency. On the other hand, the Lakers are in a win-now mode with Luka Doncic leading the charge and will likely look to add pieces that help maximize their championship window. Jarrett Allen fits that mold perfectly, young enough to develop further, versatile enough to complement Luka's skill set, and experienced enough to be an immediate difference-maker on defense. The ripple effects of this trade could be significant. If the Lakers do bring in Allen, it might allow them to hold on to other valuable role players who provide depth and energy, making their roster more balanced overall. It could also shift how teams in the Western Conference approach their own roster construction, as having a defensive anchor like Allen forces opponents to adjust their offensive strategies. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers might gain the cap space or draft capital they need to pursue additional high-impact players who fit their timeline and vision. Overall, the potential trade involving Jarrett Allen stands out as one of the more intriguing stories of the offseason. It touches on financial strategy, roster construction, and the shifting dynamics of two very different franchises with distinct goals. While nothing is finalized yet, the signs suggest that both teams are open to exploring options, and the coming months will be crucial in determining whether this trade materializes. For Lakers fans, adding a player like Jarrett Allen could be a game-changer, providing a missing piece that elevates their defensive identity and rounds out their roster in a meaningful way. For Cleveland, the decision to potentially part with a young, versatile big man signals a willingness to adapt and evolve in pursuit of sustained success. The offseason promises to be full of exciting developments, and this possible move is just one of many that could reshape the NBA landscape. It's a situation worth monitoring closely, as it encapsulates the complexities and strategic thinking that define modern NBA front offices. As teams continue to balance talent, cap space, and long-term goals, moves like this one highlight how dynamic and fluid roster building has become in today's game. Fans should stay tuned because if the Lakers and Cavaliers do come to an agreement, it could have far-reaching implications for the future of both teams and the league as a whole. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, rumors are swirling around the NBA landscape as whispers grow louder about the possibility of DeAaron Fox joining the Los Angeles Lakers. While no official confirmation has surfaced, several insiders suggest that the Lakers front office has been quietly exploring ways to bring the Sacramento Kings star point guard to Hollywood. The speculation began gaining traction after Fox was recently spotted in Los Angeles, fueling theories about potential meetings with Lakers executives. Sources close to the situation hint that both sides have expressed mutual interest, though no formal negotiations have been confirmed. The Lakers, eager to bolster their roster after another season that fell short of championship expectations, are reportedly eyeing Fox as the dynamic playmaker who could reignite their offensive engine and complement superstar LeBron James. Adding to the intrigue, league analysts have pointed out that the Lakers' current need for a speedy, versatile guard aligns perfectly with Fox's skill set. Known for his explosive first step and ability to break down defenses, Fox could provide the Lakers with much-needed youth and athleticism in the backcourt. With D'Angelo Russell's future in purple and gold uncertain, some believe that the Lakers are quietly setting the stage for a blockbuster move. However, obstacles remain. Fox is under contract with the Kings through 2026, making any potential move to Los Angeles complex and likely dependent on a trade scenario involving significant assets. The Kings, coming off a promising season, may be reluctant to part with their franchise cornerstone unless presented with an offer too good to refuse. Still, the lure of playing for one of the NBA's most storied franchises in a major market like Los Angeles could appeal to Fox's ambitions, especially as he looks to elevate his profile and compete on the league's biggest stages. As the NBA offseason approaches, the rumor mill continues to churn, and fans are left wondering, could DeAaron Fox be the next star to don the iconic Lakers jersey? For now, it remains pure speculation, but in the ever-unpredictable world of NBA transactions, anything is possible. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.